Roberts, the acting Rangers captain in the absence of Terry Butcher. Goal taken by Bowman. The Rangers are penalised. Ray Wilkins, experienced midfielder. And after being under the collar in the opening few minutes, a chance for United to fight back. Eamon Bannon's free kick, Redford with a touch on and over by Catalina. Pre-rehearsed move, Eamon Bannon's free kick. Watch how all the players got up. Disappointing header at the end from Catalina. Morris Malpass making the interception for Dundee United. Eamon Bannon making the run on the left. But Richard Goff covering for Rangers. Used to play for Dundee United, of course, at Richard Goff. Long throw from Bannon. And lobbed it over by Kevin Gallagher. He was forced to take it on the volley. Certainly, we want to finish better than that. Good assistance in the throw from Bannon. Left foot volley from Gallagher. He won't be proud of that one. Wilkins. There's Mark Walters again. Checking inside, looking for Ian Durant. And an important tackle made by Paul Hegarty. This one Rangers appeared to be onto something. And a hand used that time by Malpass. Free kick to Rangers. And this could well be a booking. Certainly the ball was going to clear the head of Morris Malpass, just stuck out the hand. Ray Wilkins with the Rangers free kick. Hoisted for Durant! Away by Malpass. And the United goal under siege then, but now they're trying to break away. Walters. Taken down by Malpass, who was booked a few seconds ago. And that really was a late tackle. Here we see this free kick again, hoisted in by Wilkins, headed down by Durant, and Malpass hooking it away. Free kick taken again by Wilkins, away by Redford, it falls to Derek Ferguson! Too much elevation in the shot from the Rangers midfielder. Roberts spreading it wide to Jimmy Nicholl. Now Derek Ferguson. Oh, lovely touch from Derek Ferguson, looking for Ian Ferguson, away by Paul Hegarty. Referee waving play on. Kevin Gallagher again on the charge, and beating Barton for pace. Gallagher finding Hamish French. And a free kick to Dundee United. Hamish French nearly getting past Richard Goff. Free kick to Dundee United. Ian Redford with it. Well, he wasted that situation, without doubt. Redford playing against his former club. Way high and hopeful. Durant, touch on to Wilkins. Mark Walters raiding down the left. Walters getting past Bowman. McAnally's header. High ball from Jimmy Nicholl. Ian Durant. Fine bit of goalkeeping from Alan May to keep Ian Durant out then. Getting the important touch. Up and under from Jimmy Nicholl. But it picked out Ian Durant a treat. Brave display there from Alan May. Walters with the corner for Rangers. Roberts. did well to keep it in play, and Maurice Malpas is forced to concede the throw. Graham Roberts with the long throw. Eamon Bannon kept it in play. Kevin Gallagher breathing down the neck of Jan Bartram. Maurice Malpas calm under pressure as ever. Maurice Malpas. Nicol, Bannon. High ball from Graham Roberts for Ian Ferguson to chase. Ferguson getting past Malpas. The cross was dangerous again from Ferguson. Maurice Malpas trying to stick closely to him. Ferguson dragging it towards the byline, did well to get the crossover. Walters. Such a difficult player to dispossess. But United did it effectively then. Roberts. Again changing it to the right for Nisbet. That won't help Rangers' cause. Bannon. Hamish French dragging it down. Derek Ferguson. United back four, reading it well once more. Bannon. Padalainen. Lovely touch back for Bannon. A late tackle by Scott Nisbet on the United midfielder. And Nisbet escaping with merely a warning from referee Bill Crombie. Free kick to Dundee United with 5 minutes left until half-time. Ian Redford to take it. Kevin Gallagher. Touch back for Dave Bowman. There's Padalainen. Ian Redford with a shot. And it nearly crept through. A great deal of power in that Ian Redford effort. Padalainen. Back for McAnally. Dundee United's throw. Approaching the final minute of this first half. Ian Durant with space. Picks up Padalainen for Dundee United. A chance to make it 1-0 and he's done it! Oh, what a beautiful finish by the big striker from Finland. It seemed to come out of nothing. Padalainen getting past the despairing tackle of Jimmy Nicol. And how about that for a finish? And psychologically, a great time for Dundee United to score, because we have only 30 seconds left to go until half-time. Hamish French now surging forward for United. But the linesman's flag was up. United haven't had too many scoring chances in the first half, but they lead by a goal to nil. marvellous Malpass on the forward surge. United spurred on by that goal. We're into injury time in the first half now. Here's Hamish French looking for an opening. Rangers relieved to be able to mop up that situation. Walters. Great run from Walters, and Ferguson nearly on the end of it. Lovely skills once again. This time the check inside. And Ian Ferguson wasn't far away. One minute into injury time. Bartram. Half-time. And Dundee United in the lead by 1-0. They certainly left it late in the first half. What an important goal that could be for United. It separates the teams at half-time. And so Dundee United kick off the second half with the tails up. Really was a gritty first period display from Jim McLean's men. And that mix of Pataline and strike coming at precisely the right time. Could well be a goal that will injure Rangers' championship hopes. Rangers really face a huge task because United have conceded only one goal in the last 8 games. Rangers pouring forward, Ian Ferguson's cross, and Alan Main again there to meet it. The United defenders all hesitating, but Ferguson breaking clear, and Main getting there before Durant. Eamon Bannon now for Dundee United. Hamish French is waiting in the middle, away by Ray Wilkins. A throw to Dundee United by the corner flag ensues. Bannon with it. Up goes Pataline, away by Roberts. Nicol. Tim McAnally heading it out of play, looking for support on the left. Redford losing out. There's Ray Wilkins for Rangers. That really is a disappointing ball from an experienced midfielder such as Ray Wilkins. Ian Redford for United. The intended receiver was Hamish French, straight through to Chris Woods. Bowman. Kevin Gallagher, again beating Bartram for speed. Such an entertaining player, Gallagher. Now taking on Roberts, the tackle made by Bartram. Hamish French with a cross. Jim McAnally, determined as ever. But the shot might have been wayward. Jim McAnally really does sum up the determined nature of the Dundee United team. Scott Nisbet keeping the ball in play. Dave Nerry pushing it out. Derek Ferguson's cross. Headfully caught by Ian Ferguson, and there's Mark Walters! 1-1 here at Tannadice. And jubilation at the Rangers' end of the ground. That's not surprising. Mark Walters has established himself as a favourite with the Rangers fans. Accurate cross from Derek Ferguson. Vital head-flick call from Ian Ferguson. That was crucial. The ball put away by Walters. So what a game we have on our hands now. But still United going forward. Mixu Patalainen. The goal coming at exactly the midpoint of the second half. And Dundee United are being given the free kick. Really took that goal extremely well under pressure, did Mark Walters. And a vital equaliser for Rangers. 5 players in the Rangers wall. Tightly packed together. And the free kick taken by Bannon. Struck with ferocity by the United midfielder. Bit too close to Chris Woods, got it past the wall, but Woods was alert. 3 minutes to go. Kevin Gallagher for Dundee United with space. The cross towards John Clark, and there's Eamon Bannon! And it was cleared off the line by Jimmy Nicholl for Rangers. Now Rangers on the counter. Paul Hegarty using all his experience to negotiate that situation. Kevin Gallagher wasn't picked up. Dangerous cross, Bannon the player making his way down the left, important clearance from Nicholl. That was crucial because we are now in the final minute of the game. Jan Bartram. Now Paz. Goff. Ray Wilkins for Rangers, trying to use the flank, looking for Davy Cooper. But no chance of a substitute ever reaching that one. Throw by Bowman. Pumped upfield from Roberts. Ian Ferguson battling well, and Mark Walters is free on the right. Here's Walters. Can he get the cross in? He wins a corner. Excitement in the air whenever Mark Walters touches the ball. We're approaching injury time in this game. Walters taking the corner himself. There's Ian Ferguson going up for it. Kevin Gallagher. Derek Ferguson tidying up for Rangers. 20 seconds into injury time. Now United pouring men forward. It's John Clark who's onside! And they don't come much closer than that. Big, powerful substitute, John Clark, nearly still in the game for United in stoppage time. Brought the ball down very well. Left foot drive. Now Ian Ferguson for Dundee United. But it's all over. United nearly stealing the points in the dying minutes, but at the end, a 1-1 draw. A true reflection of the game here at Tannadice. So both teams will be reasonably content with a share of the spoils. And next up for Rangers is the European Cup quarter-final first leg match in Bucharest on Wednesday.
1 each, the final score, just about right over the piece, and Celtic owe a great deal to Roy Eakins' last-minute penalty against Morton, keeping them 4 points clear of Rangers at the top of the table. Hearts, that surprise 2-0 defeat at Falkirk yesterday, they're now back on 47 along with Aberdeen, and United now go above their city rivals, 35 points to Dundee's 34, and these two of course meet in the Cup. And at the bottom of the table, while Falkirk clearly did themselves a big favour there, Dunfermline losing at Easter Road, they're in a bit of trouble, and Motherwell and St Mirren just out of the picture, they're on 26 points, still in some danger. So progress for both Dundee United and Rangers in the table after yesterday's result. And I spoke firstly to United's long-serving defender Paul Hegarty, and I asked him firstly whether he would have settled for a point before a ball was kicked yesterday afternoon.
No, not really. I think both teams were going out to win, and I think you saw that today, Dougie. You know, even though when it was 1-1, both teams were looking for the winner, and I think it was all credit to the teams because the park was a bit bumpy and it was windy and it was difficult conditions to play good football. But in the end, you know, it's 1-1. You know, obviously it's a disappointment for both clubs because we're on a wee run and we've been playing pretty well the last 6-7 weeks. So obviously both teams will be disappointed losing a point.
Looking at the two goals, they were quite similar in a lot of ways, weren't they?
Well, that's right. Our goal was Mitsu Patalainen definitely struck it well into Chris Wood's left-hand corner. Well, our goal, it was our goal against us. The ball was played in Fergie, their new signing, got a wee flick on, and the boy Walters did well to control it and definitely buried it really well past Alan Main.
From a defender's point of view, playing against a striker making his debut for a new club and all the enthusiasm there is to impress, it's always a bit difficult for you, but you must have been quite pleased with the way you played.
Yeah, basically, you've really got to be on your toes because we know what Ian Ferguson's like because he's a very sharp player and very instinctive player. So from that point of view, you're always wary, as well as Ian Durant. So obviously it's nothing new to us, and it's important that you've got to concentrate all the time because half a chance for these players and it's in the back of the net and you could be on the losing side.
United happily seem to be coming out of that terrible injury run of problems that you had and hopefully set fair now maybe for another run to Hampden. Is that the main objective here at Tannadice now?
Well, I think it is really. It's just a matter of sort of keeping on winning and not losing goals at the back and hopefully winning. Since really the turn of the year, Dougie, we have been playing pretty well and it's good for everyone because there's a bit of confidence within the club. And that's a good sign.
And from your own point of view, what is it now, 14 years at Tannadice, testimonial season, and still enjoying your football, obviously?
Yeah, it's like everything else. I wake up every morning, you know, weekdays, and still enjoy the game, so I think that's an important factor. And you keep yourself reasonably fit and want to play for a few years yet.
Training's not getting any harder then?
No, if you see the young boys running by, you just kick them, you know, but in general, no, it's still enjoyable, and I'm just glad to be part of the Premier League setup.
And what a valuable player he still is. On the Rangers side, I felt that Ray Wilkins was one of their most important players again, and he too seemed happy afterwards with a share of the spoils.
I think so, yes. Looking back on last week, we never performed very well at Dunfermline, and it takes a big team to come back, and especially come here to Dundee United and get a point, and I think we played very well today.
Young Ian Ferguson, a good debut, I would think.
Yes, I think Ian, as well as us, we're very pleased with the way he played. It's not easy to come into a Rangers side and play. There's a lot of support against him, and he got told he was a waste of money quite a few times, which we're very pleased to have him with us. I'm sure he'll be a big asset to Rangers Football Club.
Were you aware at Ibrox this week of a lot of pressure building up, particularly for this game today after the bad result last week and the problems with injuries and suspensions? Was this a very important game?
It was possibly one of the biggest games of the season for us. Looking at the Celtic situation, we couldn't afford to come here and lose today. Celtic have got a victory in the last minute there, I believe, which doesn't do our cause any favours. But we're pleased to come here and get a point and play well. I think the fact that we played well is the main thing, because now we go away and we play a very tough European tie, but full of confidence.
Let me take you on to Bucharest on Wednesday. Obviously a no-scoring draw, I would imagine, is a good result for Rangers in that situation.
A win would be an excellent result for us. But as you say, no goals would be a super result. But I don't think we can go there with that attitude, because if we do sit back and just wait for them, I'm sure they've got something up their sleeve for us. It's going to be a very, very tough game for us.
All right. What's the mood in the camp then after this today? Is it very much anticipation?
One of optimism, I think. We've bounced back after a poor performance last week, and we're really looking forward to going away.
Great, Ray. Thanks very much, and all the best from everyone, I'm sure, for Rangers on Wednesday afternoon.
Thank you very much.